Hello friends, this is Shannon Lee. Today I have 4 new releases for the May 2025 Spellbinders releases. All of the products used in the video are linked in the description box below. Some of the links are affiliate links. If you use those links, it helps my channel out because I will receive a small commission. And thank you to all of you who do use my affiliate links. I appreciate it more than you could possibly know. Before I get started, I wanted to tell you about the giveaway I'm doing. All of the card samples I've created, I'll be giving away to one lucky winner. To win the set of cards, you must be subscribed to my newsletter and leave a comment below the video. There is a link to subscribe to my newsletter and a link for the entry form in the description box also below. If you are not subscribed to the newsletter, and your entry form is drawn as the winner, I will draw another winner, so make sure you're signed up for the newsletter. The drawing will be held on May 16th, that's a Friday, and the winner will be notified by email. To ensure that the notification goes to your inbox instead of your spam folder, make sure that you have me listed as a contact in your email contacts. You can do that one of 2 ways. You can add me to your contact list. My email address is admin, that's ADMIN, at cardsbyshannonlee.com. Or you can send me a short email, just the word hi, and that should add me to your email contacts. Okay, so now let's get to the good stuff. The first release I'm going to share is called Mindy Egan's Classic Road Legends. And the first set is a set of sentiments that includes the word and the shadow. Have a classic happy birthday, Father's Day, anniversary, best wishes, and congrats. Okay, on some of the cards that I created, the examples, I used the sentiments that I just showed you. On some of them, I did not. I used some stamp sentiments, and this is an example of one that I did not use that sentiment set. This sentiment is from an old honeybee stamp set, and I think it's called Your Classic. And the masculine cards that I'm going to share from this, well, there's one that's more feminine and one that's a either or, but I'm in love with these. I had so much fun creating these cards. They are all with classic cars, and this one looks kind of like an old sporty, like a Charger or a Chevy Chevelle. But anyways, so this is the card that I created with this set, and the card, most of the cards that I created with the cars are 5x7. There is 1 or 2 that are A2, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But the card base, if you notice, this is a 5-inch width on this card. The car fills up the card very well. It's a great focal point for an A2 card or a 5x7, or a, what would that be, a landscape slimline card. It would fill it up very nicely. So it comes with all of the layering pieces to accessorize the car. I don't know, a wheel is considered an accessory, but kind of mandatory in order to get that car rolling, right? Anyways, so it has the base and then all of the accessory pieces, and this is how that Charger-like car turns out. Okay, next, this one is so cute. This is my feminine card, and I did a little pink Cadillac. And, oh, I forgot to tell you, the last one was called Muscle Car. And the sentiments were called Classic Sentiments. Okay, the next one is called Classic Car. And I stenciled, that's what, I don't remember it, the stencil set. It's a layering set from Pretty Pink Posh, and it's called Roads or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Anyways, I think this Cruising Into Your Blank in Style or Birthday in Style. The birthday comes from the Classic Sentiment die set. I did not use a shadow, but the stamps, I believe the stamp came from the same honeybee set that I used on the first card. So that is my pink Cadillac, and just like the first card, it comes with a base layer and then like a layer to go do the top, so it's like a convertible, and the inside piece for the line, you know, the roof liner, I think that's what you call it, wheels and the grill and handles and mirror and lights and all the good stuff to, you know, to adorn the car. So next, this is so cool. I love this old truck. Okay, I've got 2 cards for this one. So that was classic car. This is called Timeless Truck. And here I made this one look nice and rustic, and it says, "You're not old, you're vintage." And I added some rust-colored ink to some of the areas. There's also embossed detail in all of the cars to show like the wheel wells, etc. Here, the floorboard. Anyways, so I was saying, and the background for this one was Hello Bluebird stamp, and I don't remember the name of that stamp. It's a background with a barn, and it has the fence, and it has a silo, trees. And I just cut it down to fit this little kind of photograph looking size for my card. And then the next one, I did use the sentiments from the classic sentiment. I also did not use the shadows on this one either, but I did use this is called Radiant Starburst, and I, used a circle die from the next die set that I'm going to show you to cut out this Radiant Starburst, and I did some, this is a better press plate. Excuse me, I am all fumbling my words today. Not like that's unusual for me. Anyways, so I did the classic truck again, and I did want to say this is going to be awesome at Christmas time because I love the whole Christmas red truck theme. I can't wait to use this for Christmas cards. Anyways, I was saying better press plate, stamp the better press image, and it creates the outline of the starburst, and then used a circle die to cut that starburst out, and then ink blended in the center of it to kind of give it kind of like a sun look. Okay, so the next set is called Speedometer, and it is obviously a speedometer, and this one I think is so funny. I got this sentiment from, this is an old Fiskars set, and it says, "Just remember, once you're over the hill, you begin to pick up speed." And so the happy birthday is from the classic sentiments. I did not use the shadows on this one either. But that circle to cut out the one layer of the speedometer fit nicely around the Radiant Starburst. That's to keep that in mind. Also, I did not get this. There is a stencil set that stencils out. I think it's like it's a scene of some sort. I can't remember if it's a beach scene or if it's like a I think it's like a sunset or a sunrise or something to that effect. Anyways, it's about the same size as the layering stencil set, is about the same size as the speedometer. So it fills up the background of the cars, and you can layer your car on top of the little background sunset or scene that the layering stencil creates. Anyways, there's this piece here, kind of reminds me of wings, and another space here gives you a nice spot for the sentiment, and there's layers for the pieces. I forgot this circle here to put it on my card, so it's missing that center oval, or I'm sorry, center circle that would go there, but it also has the dial, and yeah, so that's it for that set. And so one of the questions that I have in the entry form is what card is your favorite? So while you're watching the video, keep in mind what card is your favorite. Okay, the next release is called, it is Alex Siberia Designs Spring in Kyoto release. And this first set is a better press set. And it comes with the sentiments. They say thank you, love you, miss you, and for you. It also has these flowers that print out. It's one plate, and then the die will cut out these into separate images. And then there's also a sentiment flag so that you can cut out the strips of the different sentiments. And they have kind of a Japanese feel to the writing, the font, and you'll see in my next card. I did not use the flowers, but I did use the sentiments on a few of the cards. So that is called Blossoms and Sentiments. And here is my first 2 cards, and this is also using the Kokeshi dolls. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is a die set. And this die set has all of the layers to create these Kokeshi dolls. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And they have 2 different hairstyles, as you see in my cards. And there are flowers. Looks like there's these little tiny ones. There's a mid-sized one and larger ones. You can layer up the tiny ones on top of the larger ones, as I did here in this card. Or on this card, I just used the mid-sized ones and the little dots and adorn her kimono. I think that's what that's called, with the dots and the mid-sized flowers on this one. So all of these pieces are included, the little, gosh, what do you call those pokey things? The pokey things that hold her bun together. The little band here, like a ponytail. And I used some flowers in her hair here. And all of the layers for the kimono and the little fan are included in these die sets. And here are examples of the Better Press sentiments from the Blossom and Sentiments. So those are super cute. This is scrapbook paper on the background, and I have no idea where that came from. I can't give you any. I used scrapbook paper in a couple of these for the backgrounds. Okay, next is the Kokeshi dolls Better Press plates. Now this comes with sentiments. There's happy birthday, you are amazing, and hello sentiments that you can cut out. And there are 3 of the dolls that you can better press, and they also have a die that can cut those all out, and I will share some examples of those. Here is my first example. This is scrapbook paper from, I think it's Rosie's Studio, and gosh, I want to say Heartfelt is the name of the set. And I just did some no-line coloring ink on the Better Press plate to give it the no-line look, and just colored with some Copic markers. Used the happy birthday sentiment from that set and colored, that's one of the dolls. And then for this one I used the You Are Amazing and colored another of the dolls. This is another scrapbook paper. I don't recall where that one came from. Next is a Better Press plate called Parasols, and there is a layering stencil set that you can purchase separately, and that is currently in my bathroom because it needs to be washed. So here are examples of that, and here's one of the Better Press Kokeshi dolls and one of the sentiments from the Sentiment Blossoms and Sentiment set. And this is an example of how that layering comes out with a layering stencil over the Better Press. And I did it again where I used a no-line color ink, so I would get the really light color to go with the no-line coloring ink that I used on the dolls, and gave it a real nice soft feel for the parasols. And then the same for this one. Same layering set, a little bit of a different color scheme. Sentiments from that's from the actual Better Press set with the Kokeshi dolls. Okay, here we have fans and bow, and there is let me show you a sample of the fans. This is, the fan has, oops, I'm out of, how do I get in screen here? Get this all in screen. Okay, we have, without a glare. Okay, this is the base piece, and what you do is you can use, there's an outline die here, and you can cut blanks without these little inserts, and then you cut using the inserts, and there's 2 different styles. So what you would do is, what I did was I just did them all in, I made 2 passes, and I ended up with extra of these ones, but I cut them out in gold on this one, and the blanks are behind it, and I just colored them with the colors of the flowers so that you can see the ink through the little eyelet flowery shapes and flowers and leaf shape. I used, here are the little sticks that hold each segment of the fan, and what you do is you cut the base piece, and then there's embossed lines here that show you where you put each of the little stick things for the segments of the fan. And then you have 3 pieces for the bow, and you layer it all together and it looks beautiful. So again, that is fan and bow. And here's another example. Now I used an embossing folder on this one, and that is over here. And let me grab a piece of cardstock so I can show you. The embossing folder is called Floral Fans. And just let me get this in here so you can see. Hope that helps. There's different floral fans, and this is a 8.5 by 5.5 inch 3D embossing folder. And that's what I used to create these backgrounds. And I am going to create a video next that will post next Friday. Next Friday the 16th, and share how I got the color on just the raised area of these. And here's a secret: I didn't use a blending brush or the ink pad to get that color on there. But tune in next Friday and I will share with you how I was able to get the color in these specific areas without blending brushes. Okay, so that is that release. And here's a really small release, and this is called Lisa Horton's Wildflowers. And I believe there's several items in this release, but this is the only one that I received. And this is called Layered Gladiolus. I think that's how you say that. Not good with flower names. Anyways, I just layered, there's all of the pieces to layer up that flower. I just used some ink blending on the flower petals, and these were actually white. Nope, they weren't white. I did not start with white paper. I started with colored cardstock. I started with a light green cardstock on the greenery and some Barely Peach. This is Barely Peach, and then a peach from another. The Barely Peach is Spellbinders cardstock, and the other two is I think it's a coral and a light peach from another company. I think it's my favorite things. And I use some lemon chiffon for the background, and that's my favorite things. And so is, I think this is Waterfall, the plain circle and a scalloped white circle. I used a sentiment from one of the next releases, which is the House Mouse release, and this sentiment reads, you're a rare bloom. So that is the Layered Gladiolus. Okay, the final release that I have for this video is the House Mouse, and it's called Rare Bloom. And, okay, let's see. The first set is 3 house mice. Let's see, Amanda, Monica, and Mud Pie. And they are playing a xylophone. I colored that with Copic markers, and I didn't do anything on the background of the white cardstock, except I outlined all of the images in a really pale light gray, and used some light gray to matte the cardstock, and some rainbow, I think this is Lawn Fawn rainbow cardstock that I used to also matte that. So I forgot to mention the sentiments that come in the set. Sending you a symphony of birthday wishes, a little note to wish you the best day ever, and your thoughtfulness is music to my ears. So that's the first set. And house mice are one of my favorite stamp sets, or series of stamp sets, I should say. Okay, the next one is Up, Up, and Away, and this is Monica holding a bouquet of balloons flying away, and the sentiment reads, floating by to say hi. And the other sentiments read, the sky is the limit, up, up, and away, happy birthday, and find your happy place. So that's Up, Up, and Away. 2 more to go. We have Rare Bloom, and this is some, I matted it with some cardstock from My Favorite Things, and it says sending flowers to brighten your day. And the other sentiments are surprise, you're a rare bloom, and just for you. So that's a nice set. And this one's really cute too. This is the final one. And this is called Sweet Nectar, and that's Monica and friend, it says. The hummingbird is friend. So celebrate every day as a sentiment. And the other sentiments in this set are do small things with great love. I'll always be here for you. And friendship is the sweet nectar of life. So I hope you have clicked the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. That really helps me out, and that's the only thing you have to do, the only thing I ask for when you do watch my videos. I appreciate it greatly for all of you that did thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to enter the contest to win all of those sample cards that I created in this video. I will notify the winner via email Friday, May 16th. And I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.